Yo, what's happening? Right, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been making many YouTube videos recently, and that's because I feel like I've just been out there like trying to live life, trying to gain some experience, and just try and gain some experience so I can reorganize thoughts. And then here I am making a YouTube video today, trying to synthesize it all together. And here I am, I've got a few ideas I want to group together under the title of living with main character energy. And what do I mean by that? I mean with you at the forefront of your own mind, figuring out what's going on inside. So I want to start with a quote. This quote, it's not really quite relevant, but this is what I mean. I'm grouping together a few ideas, so we're going to go with it. The quote is from Naval Ravikant, something about a fit body, a calm mind, and a house full of love. He says something else, but those three things are three things that money can't buy, right? You're responsible for all three of those things from the moment you were born to the moment you die. Now, a house full of love and a fit body. Well, fit body, you can go on YouTube and you know what to do. Everyone knows what to do to get a fit body. House full of love is also pretty obvious to most people. Comes intuitively. Just be nice to people and they'll be nice back. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Treat others how you want them to treat you, and do not treat others how you don't want to be treated. That is pretty much those two rules will pretty much get you there for the first two anyway. So that's fit body covered, and a house full of love covered. But what about a calm mind? Well, this is where things get a little bit more complicated, because the subconscious is pretty much dominates the whole mind, right? But the subconscious doesn't have a language. It doesn't speak to you, right? So your subconscious doesn't go to you, oh, I'm angry now, like, let's do something about it. No, you just become angry and you have an increased heart rate and you've got tunnel vision, you just want to fight something, right? That's your subconscious speaking to you. Your subconscious doesn't speak to you with words, it speaks to you through emotions. Good thing is though, we obviously have the ability to override these emotions. So just because my subconscious gets me angry and my heart rate increases and I want to fight and I've got tunnel vision, or I'm just so pissed off that I just want to shout at someone, I don't have to go out my way and shout at someone. Like, I can still override that consciously, breathe and bring myself down. But this takes main character energy. It takes effort. You have to put effort into this to understand your own emotions and how you react in different scenarios, because it's different for everyone. Everyone knows that person who gets pissed off irrationally, maybe it's at work or at school or whatever, who just gets so pissed off about something daft. It's like, bro, just chill out. Like, I don't even know what your problem is. He obviously hasn't spent a lot of time listening to his own emotions or listening to his subconscious speak to him, because here he is fucking getting annoyed at someone and everyone just laughs at him, which usually makes him more pissed off, and it's actually quite funny, right? Don't be that guy. It sounded bad there, but realistically, you do need your subconscious for, like, when you're hungry, thirsty, or tired, or well, it's why we have it in the first place. It's what got us through to where we are now as human beings and how we survived in the wild. But your subconscious does also speak to you in different ways though. So if you pay attention to, like, your long-term goals or your long-term desires, like, that is usually the result of your subconscious. Like, you know, when you hear those millionaires talk about how they've come from, like, places of poverty or insecurity, and now all of a sudden they keep wanting more and more and more, it's because, like, their subconscious tells them, like, it's never enough. Like, the fact Naval Ravikant, the guy I quoted about at the start, the guy who said the quote, probably one of the reasons he's actually a millionaire now is because he came from a really poor background. Like, he's an immigrant from India, and then you come from this scarcity where nothing's ever enough and you just keep going. Now, realistically, we don't need to get to that point. Like, we're just, as long as we're, like, earning a decent living, like you can get a fit body, a calm mind, and a house full of love, as long as you've got all, like, your bases covered. Like, you'll be all right. Like, but my point is, there was a subtle point there about there being individual differences. So because it's individually different, you actually have to listen to your own subconscious and your own desires and your own thoughts that come up through there into your brain, and you have to listen to that and pay attention to decide what you want to do with it. Because it is literally, there's no one else who can do this for you. If you want that calm mind, you have to work for it. Like, if I want the calm mind, I've got to put in the work, listen to my own thoughts, and realize that pretty much most of them are just bullshit anyway. And I'm actually content, because in terms of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know, everyone knows Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm pretty much covered. Like, I'm actually sweet. Like, realistically, I can go downstairs and fill up this glass of water. I know tap water might be, like, it's debated whether tap water is healthy or not, but, you know, I'm gonna have to walk 20 miles to go get it, and there's no scarcity of whether I'm gonna die of thirst or not. Like, realistically, I'm not gonna die of thirst. I also have access to, like, a gym membership and that, like, hey, get back. I also have access to a gym membership, food, all of that is covered. So it's actually on me now. If I actually feel any sort of insecurities, it's because of my ego or something buried within my subconscious that feels like I'm not enough or I'm capable of more. So that is kind of the message. If I'm synthesizing all this together, the main character, let me sit up, man. The main character energy comes from you being at the forefront of your own mind, or at least in the background at all times. At no point should you be completely unconscious of your subconscious. Like, you should always have a little, like, inclination of what's rising up within you, right? So this moment in time, I'm pretty content. I'm very content. I'm making a video, I feel like I'm in a flow state, I can just speak. But subject to my state changing and something coming in, like say maybe someone knocks on my door right now, like, I should be able to realistically stop recording and react, like, in a completely calm manner. Like, someone shouldn't knock on my door and I go, what the fuck do you want? Like, I'm trying to record, you know what I mean? Like, I should be able to just do it in a normal way. And that comes from just listening to what comes up. And if there's anything that comes up that's not in line with who you want to be, just adjusting. It takes practice. You won't adjust immediately, but adjust your reaction, and it comes with time. And I feel like that's what I've learned over the past few months. If I'm synthesizing a few of these things together, that's kind of what I've come up with. Making a video usually makes more sense to me than it does to anyone else, because I just speak so randomly, which is something I do need to get better at. But it'll come with practice, as always. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it helps, and I'll see you later, mate.